Well, well, well. Just when you think you've seen everything in this sport, it never ceases to amaze you. I actually, before making this video, I had to wipe the sweat off my forehead. I was sweating. This match made me sweat. It looked like it wasn't going Argentina's way after Nigeria scored the penalty through Victor Moses. One of my predictions was that Nigeria would get a penalty and not convert it, but Victor Moses very calmly, coolly collected, placed in the back of the net. And in the live standings, all the way up until the 87th minute, Nigeria were going through to the round of 16 for a fourth consecutive time. And then Marcos Rojo, who would have thought? Messi didn't score the winner. Mascherano didn't score the winner. Pavon didn't score the winner. Higuain, get the fuck out of here. Higuain. That guy's still a flop. I'm sorry. Higuain's still a flop. He skied his effort high. But Marcos Rojo, the hero, a center back, I believe, giving Argentina the 2-1 victory over Nigeria. Their fifth defeat of the Super Eagles in the World Cup, all again coming as a one-goal margin. 2-1 in 1994, 1-0 in 2002, 1-0 in 2010, 3-2 in 2014, and 2-1 in 2018. Well, Argentina are now 5-0 on Nigeria in the World Cup in all of their meetings. But you look at the celebrations, you look at Diego Maradona, he looked like he was coked up a little bit. He didn't seem sober. He didn't seem sober. That much is for certain. I mean, you probably could have predicted that more easily than you could predict this match. But this was a great effort from Argentina. The passing, oh. In the first half of this match, Argentina kept pressing Nigeria to the point where Nigeria were really holding on for the first half an hour of this match. The passing that Argentina were making in all those tight, narrow spaces that Nigeria was giving them, it looked like a hybrid of Barcelona out there. Look, they were passing around like Barcelona for a little bit in that first half. And Messi's goal, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. To give Argentina a lead in the 14th minute. We knew Messi was going to come out in this game and play berserk. That was one of my predictions. I said Messi would come out of this game and he would play berserk. It's just the rest of the team. The lineup changes by Sampaoli were smart. See what happens when you start Ever Banega? See what happens when you start Ever Banega and you don't start, sorry, I meant to say as opposed to when you don't start him. Nigeria looked deadly on the counter. It was actually really painful to watch Victor Moses running down that left-hand side and him outpacing 34-year-old Javier Mascherano. I think he won almost every challenge that he had on Mascherano. Victor Moses, the Chelsea man. But in the end, Argentina put their blood, sweat, and tears into this match, and it looked like for a while it wasn't going their way. Nigeria were putting numbers behind the ball late on. They had a couple of opportunities to actually take the lead and win this match. Igalo, just inches away from giving them the lead. And then you had Ndidi blasting one high from outside the box. I think that was a mistake. I don't think Ndidi should have done that. Nigeria were already on the counter. They were having a nice passing rhythm going. He should have just held it. Waste time off the clock. Wait for your teammates to get forward with you. Then search. Don't try to play hero thinking you're going to score a banger out the net when you're not a pure striker. Don't do that. You feel bad for Nigeria, the Super Eagles, because they advanced last time in 2014. They just miss out this time. Croatia handing Argentina some help late on. Iceland pulled one back after Croatia took the lead, but then late on in the match, almost soon after Argentina scored their second goal, Croatia scored their second. So Croatia actually finished 9 points in this group. Well done, Croatia. 9 points to Argentina's 4, to Nigeria's 3, to Iceland's 1. So when you really look at it, the points tally is kind of deceiving because Croatia fought hard for those 9 points. And on the live standings, it was switching around between Argentina, Iceland, Nigeria for second. Hats off to the Icemen of Iceland. You put in a good effort. Congratulations on qualifying to your first ever World Cup. Now we know Euro 2016 was no fluke. But I didn't really watch the Iceland-Croatia game. I watched the Nigeria-Argentina game. I think I saw maybe a few seconds of Iceland versus Croatia. But hats off to Croatia for getting the full 3 points, fielding a second-string side. Because they could have just laid down for Iceland here, and that would have come much to the detriment of Argentina. Because when Iceland pulled one back in the live standings, they just needed one more. And if Iceland had gotten a second, Argentina would then need 2 goals to go through. But this was a wonderful game. The atmosphere in the stadium was 100% positively Argentine. You heard them singing, you heard them chanting, you saw Maradona on God knows what, way up in the stands. This felt like a home game for Argentina, and it was one that they really needed to pull out of the dirt, and they did. And what a way to do it. Nigeria played a very physical game, I felt. Mascherano made a stupid handball, or was it a foul? I'm sorry, in the box to give Nigeria the penalty. But yeah, it's a penalty. It's absolutely a penalty. Victor Moses converting it. Look, Argentina, I called them they who must not be named. Am I going to change their name now? Am I going to call them Argentina from now on? I'll tell you what. I'll call them Argentina, but you have to raise them to a higher standard, right? They should have come out of this group before the World Cup started. Even if you don't predict them to, they still should. And they clawed their way out of this very much so. I'm so happy. I'm so happy they managed to find a way to advance. Now, they need to continue this performance against France. Because you're going to ask me, how on football, Pharaoh? They put on a clinic and they advance. So why don't you just call them Argentina? Because, well, what if they get flatlined by France 4-0, 5-0? What are we going to do? Are we going to brush that to the side and say, well, they beat Nigeria 2-1 to barely advance, therefore they're Argentina again? Well, it depends. I congratulate Argentina. You know, from my channel, outside of Egypt and the USA, I grew up watching Argentina. They're my team. I give them a lot of flack, a lot of hell, because they deserved it. And they still, in hindsight, they still deserve it. But I hope they can continue this, because they have stared into the darkness of the pit. And they grasped the lifeline that was given to them. They took a hold of it. And now they have washed up on the shore. The job's not done, because a round of 16 exit would still be an underachievement for this team. It would still, I know they play France, but it would still be an underachievement for this team. I'll tell you what, if Argentina can survive this, they can survive anything. And with the way France has been playing, I'll go ahead. I'll give you an early prediction for the round of 16. You want an early prediction for the round of 16? Argentina is going to beat France. They're going to beat France because France don't look very convincing. France played arguably the most boring game of the World Cup today against Denmark, not because it was 0-0. I like 0-0 games, but the way that it ended 0-0. They look bland. They look insipid. They look uninspiring. They look like just one mistake ready to happen. Something like this changes a team. Argentina's going to get to the quarterfinals. They're going to beat France. They're going to beat France. Argentina's going to beat France. So thankful Argentina have survived Group D. But the job is not done. The job's not done. If you get steamrolled 4-0 by France, y'all are still going to be Clowns FC. Two to 1. No. 1-0. 1-0. Argentina will beat France 1-0. That's my prediction. But for Argentina, you are now one step above they who must not be named. Let's see if you can continue it. Let's see if you continue. You don't lose the label like that, right? You put in a good performance. I believe Double H uses the phrase Brick Academy. You don't just leave out of Clowns FC. You don't leave in my channel, I call it Clown School. You don't graduate from Clown School unless you put this in a consistent performance. Very proud of what you did today. Thank ever-loving fuck. Thank God you pulled this out. But let's see what you can do. Here's the thing. If Argentina loses to France, but they lose close, they lose respectably, good. They get steamrolled, I'm going to say it's an underachievement because this Argentine team should go past the group stage. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to give credit where credit is due, but you also have to not be so reactionary. You have to put things into context and everything. So well done, Argentina, and I hope you beat France. I really, really, really hope you beat France. Please, please.